Does the car still have a roof?
Top of the morning to ya.
We ain't got no roof, bro.
Car ain't got no roof. Car ain't got no roof.
They have not a roof to be seen. We ain't got no internet.
Only you guys knew how many times we tried to go live.
Maybe they do know. Well,
No, we've been
well, I guess we weren't
We've
even
been
on long enough to have anybody log in.
glitching.
Right.
Glitching this morning.
So let me ask you this.
No.
Yes.
What do you want?
You gave Miss Spade a treat. What kind of treat did you give?
We gave her
Boom.
Feeling Stream.
Feeling straight pack for provision. You didn't give her the beef though. You gave the
fresher actually than like if you buy the stuff in the store. It's not. It's cool, obviously, but it's actually fresher to order it online because it goes straight from the roaster to your doorstep.
Yep.
So.
And so that'll save you time, so you can get ready to go to Tractor Supply and get your Field and Stream dog food. You can get it at Tractor Supply. That's where I actually need to go to do so. Yeah, you know, we got some stuff, but yeah, man.
About why you're grateful, because if there's still breath in your body, then there's always hope and always moving forward. So Durrell, what are you grateful for today?
You know what? I actually am grateful for the challenge of having fixed my very nice guitar. You know, just screwing up stuff. I'm the person, and crazy enough, I will actually go to try to do because it's just.
And what is your guitar?
Well, yeah, you know, and you have a different type of relationship to the object or the thing. You know, we're talking about art or whatever like that. So, grateful for the energy and effort to spend on fixing something that is actually very much so a worthwhile fix.
Cool.
I was almost right there too last night, and then I broke the truss
He almost
right.
fixed it, and then he broke another part of it. He came upstairs so sad.
So it'd be like that though.
Then he was about to give up, and his guitar teacher was like, "You can still fix it." So.
Like, all right, well. What about yourself?
Today, I'm grateful for opportunities to actualize all parts of my soul. And particularly this morning, I got to dig deeper into compassion. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had this morning.
You know, yin and yang is a powerful thing. It is a powerful concept.
Speaking of, let's look at our quote for today.
You got it, big dog. Pull it out.
It's such a long one. So, you know, we randomly flip through a book and see where we land. Uh-oh.
Let her come out.
Yeah, we got a car coming out.
Get that straight.
Yeah, that's a little quote. Okay, so you know.
Hold that while I put this in my book bag real quick.
Oh, okay. So you know the book that we pull the quotes from is an architectural design book. It's very interesting. Shout out to the architects. You guys, you know, I think on another episode I definitely tell y'all how much I appreciate architects and how much they do for the world. So this quote comes from the architectural book. Design a little out of breath there. Design an architectural space to accommodate a specific program, experience, or intent. Do not draw a rectangle or any other arbitrary shape on a floor plan. Label it and assume it will be suited to its intended use. Rather, investigate the program requirements in detail to determine the specifics of the activities that will take place there. Envision actual situations or experiences that will happen in those spaces and design an architecture that accommodates and enhances them. And the reference photo they give is a picture of the Guggenheim Museum. Guggenheim, I love saying that word. Who was the architect of the Guggenheim Museum? Durrell.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
That is correct.
Yep.
So these were his drawings. Looks like from 1959.
Hold up for me.
And so the question may be, why are we studying an architectural book? We're not architects. And we are not architects of the physical world, but we are all architects of our mental realities and our physical realities that we live in. And so Durrell and I enjoy being able to read this architectural book and pull from it. And one day we have plans on designing our dream home. And you guys, so I do really miss when magazines were like more magazine-y. I still buy them, but they're not like they were back in the day because it was a prominent medium of communication. But I was one of those girls that like had stacks and stacks of magazines, and I would cut them up and make collages and journal about like the things that I loved. But anyway, so I say that to say that one day we will design our dream home, but we are very intentional about designing our lives. So Durrell, I want to take some thoughts from that quote and see what you think. So they're saying when you're designing a space that you should design it to accommodate a specific program, experience, or intent. Give me your first thoughts that arise from that.
What I would ultimately like to be doing with my own like office recording space stuff downstairs. That is my first thought. It's like I would, especially like Japanese architectural design too. Like I would like to work in a space that is like very open and has like a very kind of airy, kind of spiritual. I told you we ain't gonna see that dog no more.
So guys, remember the dog that hopped on a couple of times and we thought it was like a stray? It actually was the neighbor's dog that they were like letting go crazy, which is so disappointing because what I've noticed too, it only does it like right now it's calm. Like this is our first time passing the house, but they would come.
Well, it's the first time I've heard it in the back.
Well, but like, have you noticed the 2 times it tried to attack, we were on our way home. So,
but no, one we were walking out, one was on the way back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Either way, the dog seems to be secure today in our neighborhood. But
yeah. So what? Back to the subject. What we were talking about. I would ideally like to have a painting and recording and studio space that is very open and very clear and just surrounded with a lot of books because that's cool. Yes. There's this Japanese philosophy about surrounding yourself with a lot of book. Like there's an intention, literally books on the floor, just books everywhere. That's some kind of practice. Yeah. But
feng shui, is that Japanese or is that Chinese?
I don't know. It's not that though. It's something I read recently.
Feng shui. I'm just asking a question.
I don't know what it is.
But I've always slept with my books and kept my books.
Yeah.
I never realized how big that dog was.
Yeah, that dog is huge. But I would ideally so to the point of that, a lot of the stuff that you do in life, I mean, from the people that you keep around to the spaces that you exist in, I think should be curated, very intentionally to do, again, to the thing said, to do something, or to inspire something.
Yeah, so.
And that's very intentional. I just have found a lot of value in making sure that there's a lot of very important things for me to be doing in life and around very important people, and trying to purge and get rid of everything else. What else I would consider excess. So that's kind of what I think. What about yourself?
Yeah, for me, I believe that your space speaks to you. And so I think that's what's so exciting about designing my own space. Like I know, like as soon as I hit my curb of my dream home, I know that my house will rise to meet me and say good morning or good afternoon. And I know what I want the walls of my kitchen to say and the walls of my bedroom. And like design has vocabulary. It invokes a feeling. And so to intentionally design everything in your life, whether it be your physical space or your mental space, to speak to the person that you're becoming, or even to be able to leave reminders of who you are when the gravity of life makes you forget. I think your space should have all of those different elements. Yeah, and so every room in our dream home, including the studio space that he's talking about, we have both envisioned what we want that to look like. It's going to be like kind of like a loft experience, where it's going to be big, it's going to be lots of windows and natural lighting, to really be able to design exactly what we want to experience in there. In the studio in particular, I think the feeling for me that's important to invoke is freedom and like flightiness in a way. Yeah. So shout out to Frank Lloyd Wright. Now you've been to the Guggenheim, right?
Yeah, I've been to Guggenheim.
I'm trying to.
No, that's the next museum we've got. That's what the next one.
I've been to
we
the
decided on
Whitney
going to the
in New
Whitney
York.
over the Guggenheim.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so next time we go to New York, we have to go to Guggenheim. But I went in high school, and it was really, really awesome. Like, you should see it. And I've also been to another Frank Lloyd Wright property, courtesy of Chris Rockwell.
Oh, where?
Up in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
it was
I
one
remember
ducked
the
off
trip
in the
I
bay.
didn't
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
So
He
every
took
time
me
we
out.
go to a city for work, we are intentional about visiting a museum. And in some cities we've been to a museum more than once if something really speaks to us. But yes, so I have not been to the Guggenheim. But and going back to our reference quote today, looking at the reference quote and the sketch of the Guggenheim in the book, and you haven't actually been to the space, does your experience that you experience in the Guggenheim, does it match the quote?
Yes.
How so?
So for me, artwork is something that should be like exalted in a way, like speaking of church, like, right? I think it's one of those things that really does elevate like the human experience, like to the heavens. And so the way that the Guggenheim is designed, it makes you look straight up.
Interesting. In what way?
And
So
because it's open,
up?
it's just a spiral.
It's
It's a big spiral, yeah. And the work is all around the spiral, and but it's open at the top.
Interesting.
And so if it forces you, and it forces natural sunlight throughout the entire thing.
Interesting.
So yeah, like I just was really moved by that space. That's why I said you need to go. And then it is our nation's like history, artistic history. Like it's
American history.
American history.
American
Yeah.
soil, American.
Whoa.
Please.
Okay.
This is why I love you. Somebody's car is playing that. So we're talking about the Guggenheim for anybody who's just joining us. And Durrell was telling me about his experience with the Guggenheim before something fell that he had to get. You back?
I'm back.
Is it zipped up?
Uh,
Is it zipped, sir? Are you quite well, sir?
quite well.
Top of the morning to you guys. Okay. So back to the Guggenheim, and I have an amazing experience that I actually want to compare and contrast to the Guggenheim. I'm very excited about it. So keep telling us about the Guggenheim, and then I can't wait to tell you which one I'm going to talk about next.
Can I tell you about the Guggenheim?
Yeah, you were finishing about the Guggenheim
Oh, yeah.
before your
Sorry.
bag fell open.
Yeah. So I, uh, it really makes you like, it kind of reminds you of like a timeline. Like it puts you, it like allows you to think about time alongside thinking about just like the enlightenment of what art does. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of what I think about it.
Yeah.
I think we have to go next time now that we're talking about it.
Yeah, so for me, a museum that does it extremely well is the Museum of African American History in DC. And I love whoever the architect, and actually we recorded some things when we were in the museum, and we should put them out on this channel.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, we should.
we really recorded that experience pretty well, but documented that experience. But that museum, if you follow the instructions, you start in the basement of the museum, which is
Talking about the African American Museum?
yeah, which is great because the darkness, obviously you're in the basement with no light. And to me, when I think about the Spade, look at you taking shortcuts, bro. We don't ever do that, Spade. But when I think about like the elevation of human consciousness as a total, and just like your elevation as a human, like as you get smarter, things feel lighter, right? And the museum captures that because you start in the basement where it's very dark, and obviously that's where you start going through the history of slavery and all of those things. And as you swivel up and walk up in the museum, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So you're like literally climbing towards the light, towards modern history. Because truly, whenever you're existing, whether it's individually or collectively, whenever we're existing in a space where we can't coexist and appreciate one another for who we are, then we really are existing in a darker space, right? Because American soul, every soul is important, no matter the package that it comes in, no matter the color of the package or the suit. And so the African American Museum does a really good job. As you swivel up, you start to feel lighter because you're hearing more music and start to experiencing more joy as the human consciousness pushes forward from where it started. So I was very tuned into the intent of that architectural design when we were walking through that museum.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about the use of light too. Just again, the common thread between
light, space.
What we're both saying.
Yes.
There's something about that, and I think even with your workspaces, again, like I really like light, and I like the lack thereof. Like I like working and trying to do things creatively in both, from music and
Durrell plays the
art
guitar
stuff.
in the dark, which as a musician, I play the piano and I sing, and I'm currently teaching our children to play the piano, which has been a really cool experience. But sorry, lost my train of thought. I think it's very cool that you are training yourself to play the guitar in the dark, because it trains you to trust your fingers. And music, you always want to rely on feeling. You want to rely on internal feeling and touch when you're playing an instrument. So you are tapping into your physical sense of touch, but tapping into your I don't like to use the word sixth sense, but your sense of feel, that sense
feeling,
of
intuition
direction that we all have. So
feeling, intuition.
that's actually what I was trying to say.
Yeah, so it's it's cool. Like I got somebody on there says hi.
Hi.
So yeah, it's one of those things. Like I said, with light, I like the idea of using it to your advantage and stuff, and it like inspires a lot of thought, especially like early morning light.
Ooh, I love early morning light. I also really, so fall is my absolute favorite season. But you guys, you know how when you're in a building and light falls through kind of trees and leaves and branches, I love to watch light dance, like, and the different shapes it creates through branches and stuff. So, stop, Spade. So I just love that. And to me, well, at least where we live in Georgia, you can really see it in the fall. You can see it in other seasons too, but you can really see it in the fall.
Yeah. So, you know, it's cool. Any more thoughts about that?
Yeah, actually, I do have more thoughts about that as far as the light dancing. I think we're all lights, and that as we put ourselves in certain spaces around certain people or in certain mental spaces, that those act as instruments or filters for our light. And so if your light is not dancing in a space, if it's blocked in a space, if it's, you know, if your light is responding to a space or a filter in a way that does not feel good to you, then that is a sign that that space might not agree with you, because light in its design is supposed to shine and it's supposed to dance. So I hope you shine today, and I hope you dance today. And I think that's a good stopping place.
It is. So yeah,
thanks
man.
y'all for joining us and starting your mornings with us. Please go check out our coffee on American Soil, americansoil.com, and start your mornings with us that way.
Go to Tractor Supply.
If you have a dog.
Yep. Go to Tractor Supply, get Field and Stream pet provisions, all of the treats and stuff. We'll do some like reviews and stuff like that on
food.
it. Yep. You know, Spade will get some when she get back.
Yes.
For a reasonably good walk.
She's been pretty good. She's been a little turned up, but she's been good.
Yeah, it's time for her. It's time for some bird dog training, man.
Somebody definitely stole a huge stop sign and put it in their garage.
Oh, dang, bro. I ain't gonna snitch though. I ain't gonna put y'all on camera.
I'm not gonna snitch either, but somebody stole, like, the stop sign is almost as big as their garage.
Right.
And they have it.
And they got that bad boy.
You can tell it's from, like, the street. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next Walk and Talk.
2 fingers. Peace.